Hi, it's Ross here at VCC, Victory Christian Church here in Auckland, New Zealand. We'd like to give you our latest building update. It's now coming to the end of June 2010 and we're working solidly in the auditorium to complete our technical upgrade. Chris over here is our head technician in charge of our tech team and he's been working furiously. This is Christmas Day for him. If you have a look down here, all of this is part of the technical upgrades. I've got no idea where it's all going. Come this way. Okay, we're just having a view now of our technical area. We believe this is probably the largest permanent technical area allocated in an auditorium anywhere in New Zealand. We've got our sound control, audio visual, recording, lighting, and even an area at the top where people can bring in friends and guests for special events. So this whole technical upgrade has been put back in where one of our old lecture suites was. All the seats were pulled out. It's now just being wired up. Chris and the team, Derek and Charlie, all the guys are working furiously here to get this finished. And we'll take you upstairs now to the amp room. It's a room you don't see very often, but there's a lot of equipment going in there too. Okay, we're halfway up a stairwell in the back of the auditorium. Many of you have never been up here. You come up these stairs and we're going up to the recording studio and the amplifier room. I'm sitting here with some of our new toys. We're in the recording studio, which has a visual view out to the auditorium here. These are some of the new amplifiers that are going in to power the new front of house sound system, all imported from America, and we're really thankful the dollar held up at about 70 cents when we bought it all. And just if you wondered what we've been doing these last few months, this is a new distribution board that's now going to power the new sound system. We're way up in the back of the auditorium now, and there's been many man hours and thousands of dollars spent up here. And behind this door over here, we've got the old projection room. And that is now currently being used as a storage area. And through this door up here, we wind our way up some ladders right up to the gantries in the top of the auditorium. We might take you and show you that. We're just getting a shot now. There's Lee right up the top there. This is where all your technical team spend a lot of their time going up and down these stairs, all in the back of the auditorium to various rooms to repair and maintain all of our incredible equipment that we've got. So this is for the special people of our tech team. Thank you. I'm up here now right behind the large projection screen that you have your words on every Sunday morning. Once again, we're using this room as temporary storage while we're sorting out some of the other rooms. And of course, backstage here, we've got all the facilities you could ever need when you're preparing for a Sunday message. These backstage rooms were originally used to help people get changed and prepare for baptism services. Lately they've been used for dressing rooms and changing rooms for events, and also, as you see now, once again storage until we have some new store areas built for us. So we're right back behind the stage now if you've never been back here. Okay, we're now taking a view north towards the harbour bridge. The current motorway system runs north and south from the bridge. The new lanes that are being added through our land, as you can see, are being developed, which will be northern bound lanes. The Victoria Park Tunnel comes out about where you're seeing now, down by those vehicles. And right down here, the men are now putting in the retaining wall, which is going to drop about 7 metres down to the new Fanshawe Street on-ramps. On top of this retaining wall, there'll be a public walkway which will run parallel to our new boundary of our facility. We'll be also building our new multi-purpose rooms right out here and obtaining a lovely view of the harbour. A part of our issues that we've had here on the site developing it is some of the contaminants that are in the ground. We've had some very strong conditions enforced upon the church through the consenting process. The ARC have decided that we need to basically excavate everything on the site underneath a tent. So the workers are in this tent, which has got fresh air being pumped in and then air coming out and being filtered as well. Right under the ground here, they've not only found contaminated areas and areas that we weren't aware of, but some very huge concrete bunkers. And every time the digger's underground, and they're down 7 or 8 metres below the ground level in the tent, every time they're digging those out, the whole building shakes. So we've had a few weeks of that now. They're almost coming to a close on this part of the construction in here, and then we'll be moving the tent down and using other tenting structures to gain access under the ground. Over my left shoulder here in the distance, a few hundred metres, is the Air New Zealand head office. Just in behind that is where we're asking our people to park on a Sunday, in fact midweek as well, or for any meeting here at the church facility. It's about a 5-minute walk from our gate, or about 2 minutes in a minivan that we have running on Sundays and for other larger events. So that's where we're parking to reach this centre here for our main meetings for the next year or so. And so we just want to say a real big thank you to all VCC people, all of you who are taking the time to come a little bit earlier, especially on Sundays. And by the way, that's a hint to those that haven't started doing that. And parking over there and being patient with the fact that we are staying on site, but we're going to end up with a magnificent facility at the end of the day. So there's two things we want to say. One is a big thank you for those of you putting up with this little extra inconvenience, and also a huge thank you to those extra volunteers such as the van drivers and the car park security men and those who are making our life easier here, especially on Sundays. I know the pastors and the elders really appreciate all that you're doing. The last thing I want to say is that don't forget that you can sow into this project. You can give financially to all aspects of this project. We should never sit back and just assume that because it's being reinstated under Public Works that we never have to put our own hand to the plough. As you've seen with some of our work the technicians and some of the other people are doing, our hospitality people, our pastors, all working an extra shift to make life pleasant for you. So we want you all to have the opportunity in the next 12 months to sow into this project as the Lord leads you to. I want to thank you again. This is our end of our update for this time, and we'll see you again in another few weeks.